I wanted to get out of town and become a different person.
Hi.
Hi.
You're the band name Bosque Brown, named after a river in Texas, from where you were brought up, right?
In Stephenville, Texas.
Yeah. Are there any fond memories of that river that you have that you use that name?
I probably use the name more in a negative way. I mean, I'm very fond of the town, but the river is really dirty. It's like a little creek, and so it's really, really muddy, and it's not a beautiful river. So growing up, I probably didn't like it very much, but now looking back on it, I do. So I picked the name kind of to give homage to the little ugly river. So.
Why pay homage to that?
Because it is my home and my family still lives there, and now that I've grown older and wiser, I guess now it is beautiful to me. So.
Because it's kind of representative of the place. Of the,
yes, yeah. It's a very small town, and it's a kind of a more of a dark place to live because it's there's just not much culture there. It's all cowboys and one way of thinking, very closed-minded. But now, in retrospect, it was a nice place to live, you know, in some ways. It was just hard growing up there.
Yeah. Can you give an example of why the one-minded, one kind of thinking?
Well, it's just a place that in Texas, there's a lot of racism there, and no interest in music or art. I guess I should say there is interest in country music, which now looking back on it, that was kind of cool. But it's just all sports and cowboys and...
Was it in your family the same?
No. That's why it was difficult. Because my family was nothing like the town. I didn't live on a farm or have a ranch or anything like that. And my mother was a music teacher, and my dad, he had an organic garden. I mean, there wasn't anything like the rest of the town, so it was very isolated, so it didn't fit in there.
Also, were you socially isolated from other children, perhaps?
Yeah, somewhat. I just didn't have anything in common with most of the other kids because my parents didn't do rodeo or have a farm. It was just very, I was just brought up that way, kind of more isolated. You just stayed at home. You didn't really do anything else.
And how long did it have any influences on how you were later in college, for example?
Oh, sure. I mean, I wanted to get out of that town. I wanted to disappear and for no one to start over, to not know anybody, or for anyone to know me or anything about me. I mean, it's a town that everybody writes what everybody's doing in the paper. So, like, if someone goes on vacation, you can read about it in the paper. I mean, everybody knew everything about you. You couldn't hide anything. So, yeah, I wanted to get out of town and become a different person, and I did. I went to college and moved to the city and started going to shows, and went to go major in art and to totally abandon everything that I grew up with.
But that was in Denton, Texas? Not too far away from Stephenville, right?
No, about two hours drive.
So then, didn't you want to get away all the way, like across America or something?
No, I didn't really want to get out of Texas. I mean, as much as I complained about it, I don't think I could have ever been so far away from my family, you know. You kind of love and hate are a very fine line. So it was sort of a love-hate relationship with everything. But yeah, I lived in Denton for a while, and I mean, I moved around different cities in Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how was it? Because you were isolated in Denton a bit as well, right? Or in
I mean, you know, it's hard to, you grow up a certain way. you grow up being the shy person or whatever people think you are. So sometimes it's kind of hard to get rid of that in your head, you know, to get over it and talk to people or whatever you need to do. So, but I mean, things started to change more, but in Denton I still kind of kept to myself because I moved to a city where I didn't know anybody, so.
Yeah, when did it change?
Probably not until really the last several years doing music and playing shows and just having to talk to people and meet people and do different things. Since I was brought up, you know, always being around just my family and the house, it's a hard thing to come out of that, you know.